right, so let's get into our conversation for today. My guest on the show today is when you say an ace producer, this is the person I'm talking about. When you say the Odogu of production, this is the person I'm talking about. So, ladies and gentlemen, he's a creative music director, a music entrepreneur, and probably a lot of other things that I don't even know of. You know, guys, please make welcome Wilson Joel Aboki.
I made that they introduce like this. Thank you so much, man. Hey, Nugget, yeah. Lafia.
You're looking good, by the way.
Thank you, man.
Good.
Thank you, man. Just let me do something, for
it's
our
good.
brothers
It's
today.
good. It's good. It's good. It's good for a Friday as well, too.
In the mood of unity.
Yes. It is what it is.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
It's a really difficult thing for me this morning to have a chat with someone like Wilson Joel for a very short period of time. I mean, you are those kind of people that I want to have a 2-hour chat with. Like, let's just have a talkathon and just gist for 2 hours. However,
so
we'll probably create one of those shows one of these days where it's going to be like a talk show for hours. So I'm going to try to be able to crash in a lot of things into our short time together. Okay, so first off, you're a music producer.
Yes, sir.
And I'm sure your DMs must be blowing up every now and then. People saying, please help me. I'm one person who talks a lot about music production, and I'm also very aware of the fact that music production doesn't come cheap. Good music production doesn't come cheap.
At all. It doesn't.
So the question now comes, how do you expect me to have good production when I'm just starting off? I don't have money, and you want me to have the best quality production. I don't have Wilson Joel's money. They now say that we are also sounding like people that say, I need you to have 10 years working experience, and you have not even you're fresh out of college.
That thing is heartbreaking.
So what would you say to people like that? I can't afford a Wilson Joel, and music production is expensive.
This is one hard truth that this question you asked me, I have the ready answer. I have like a ready-made answer for it. So I don't think it twice. This is one truth that a lot of people don't want you to probably say a lot. Is the fact that, all of us started small. All of us. And we're not even big yet. I hate using that word big, because how big can you get really? There are bigger people than me. There's Dr. Dre. Am I in his level? I'm not on his level. There is Aaron Lindsay. There are a lot of people out there, who are doing greater stuff than me. So the same thing I'll tell to those kind of artists. Start from your level. And what do I mean your level? I don't mean start mediocre. There is somebody in your circle who is able to take 100K from you to produce a song, and they will do their best. They will spend like 2-3 weeks on one song just to make sure that it sounds good. Look for them. See, I want to make money. Don't forget that. But the truth is, if me making money off you is going to put you in such a situation where you're having high blood pressure, then you don't need that.
Yeah.
You really don't need that, So find somebody that can take what you have, and they know what they're doing. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. There are producers out there who want to be known, and I'm a very big believer of everybody have to be known who has the talent. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So start with those people. But again, if you have faith enough, save up. And say, okay, you know what? It's Wilson Joel I want to work with. Sir, how much do you charge? Okay, sir, give me 2 months. That's what focus is. So I like to always balance this question. Anytime I'm asked this question, that this is what you have to do. You either start from a level and go with the flow, or tell yourself, I want to be focused and dedicated. This is the person I want to work with. You save up for it. If it takes you 2, 3, 4, 5 months, it's all focus. I mean, people who shoot movies in Hollywood, they take 3-4 years shooting one movie that we're going to watch in less than 2 hours. I don't know if you get that.
Yeah. Totally
Just so that the excellence can be untouched. So it's the same thing, really. It's the same thing, really. Yeah.
Right. So that's the balance right there. That's the balance right there. I was just with some of my team members today, and they didn't even know that you are the music director of House on the Rock. They were shocked, and I'm like,
not anymore though.
Oh really?
Not until recently. I am.
Oh, I didn't know
I don't
that.
know if we have to go there on the show, but I mean we're there already.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I introduced you already.
For 9 years. I mean, for 9 years. Come on, that's a decade.
Wait, how still am I? I mean,
this happened. Well, the truth is, I've actually left since last year.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I mean, you know me. I'm a big believer of, even if you're not part of something anymore, you don't have to bring drama to it.
Right.
Make sure there is no drama. You know, I mean, you will not hear a scandal about me. I didn't steal no money. I didn't rape nobody. I didn't do any crazy stuff. Not because I'm a saint, no, but because I was focused on what I went to do there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I just came back from South Africa. I had other plans. I mean, those plans were already in motion, you know, and then the man of God said, "Guy, man, help me out with this thing for 2 weeks," and 2 weeks became 9 years, you know. But last year, February-ish, you know, I mean, I already told him in 2019 that I would be stepping down and stuff.
Okay.
But last year, 2020, it really became important that I have to step aside, you know. And you know how it is when God begins to stir your water like that. He's trying to take you to something else, meaning that somebody else has to fill into that position.
Right.
It's God's work. He cannot suffer.
Right.
You know? And as you have not made the work suffer, you too can suffer.
Come on now.
I mean, I'm glad to even say it on air that, you know, Tim Godfrey is now the music director. From what Pastor Paul said on Sunday, I knew that was going to happen. I saw it. I mean, I knew that. So, I mean, I congratulated him on my page, you know, as well. I mean, it's not everywhere. I mean, that's maybe because he didn't post it on his page as well.
Okay.
Maybe he feels there's no need to post it. Well, I was very happy, you know, that at least it's somebody I know, and is capable too, that can do the work. I'm like, hey man, congratulations, you know. So
okay.
Yeah.
Man.
So that's the journey.
You see, guys, we'll bring a fresh gist right here. I don't know, maybe I was still, but now I'm getting up to speed. Okay, but my question now is, you know, as a music director, you said for 9 years. That's that's almost a decade.
Yes.
I know that music choir, you know, could be a lot of drama. Yeah, I was in the choir for years as well too. How would you say directing a choir of that mass, you know, has been like, it's just like being a pastor, man, when you have to pastor a flock of 100, you know, that even pastoring a 50-man church service, no beans, man. So what would you say will be the biggest challenge with managing a team, technically, emotionally, every rally, you know? Every rally,
that's the word though. The truth is, see, first of all, once you start to gather people, it's getting to 3 people. Understand you're having 3 different opinions now.
Yeah.
It's easy when it's just 2 people. There are going to be 2 opinions at best. The very best is going to be 1 opinion because you agreed, 2 of you. Once it becomes 3 people, trust me, you're going to have 2 different opinions at least. So imagine with now more people, you are dealing with demons, you are dealing with angels, you are dealing with villains, you are dealing with victims, you are dealing with people who are hurt, you are dealing with people who are happy, people who are coming from broken backgrounds, people coming from a good background, you know. So it becomes like a whole marketplace where you want to go and buy Gary. You now ended up buying Gary, fish, tomato, pepper, onions, all those things. But what you really needed was Gary. That's the same situation with handling such a group. You know, there's been so many challenges, and I can also boldly say there's been so many exciting moments as well. You know, I believe everything is for a lesson.
Yeah.
Everything is for preparing you towards the next phase of your life. I believe every 10 years in every man's life is a phase. Whatever you cannot outgrow in 10 years, you cannot outgrow in the next 10 years. Wow. So if you are messing up in a particular area in 10 years of your life, say maybe you are 20 years old, and before 30 you cannot deal with that particular thing, guess what's happening? It's going to follow you into 30 something. So if God helps you, probably to drop off before you're 40. So I believe that 10 years is a season in anybody's life. So I just believe that everything that I won't say been through, but everything I experienced, directing the choir is for my good.
Right.
Yes, for my good. I learned very, very well. I made sure every moment that passed, whether it's a good moment or a not so good moment, I picked every lesson that I needed to pick from there.
I made something out of it.
Yes.
I see you do some singing as well. The first time I saw you sing, you were actually on the bill on a concert, and I'm like, okay.
Koza.
Yeah, I think it was Koza. So I'm like, okay, yeah. So what is Wilson? What exactly is he gonna do here? What's he doing? And then I saw videos. I saw that you actually did sing, and that must have caught a lot of people by surprise. I saw you were also with at Fela Drotoe's.
Yes, his worship.
So you sing as well. So can you tell us about that part of you, apart from production?
I think there's something I put on my write-up when I put up one particular singing video. I said not every musician or not every artist who is holding a microphone is trying to be. I'm sorry, not every worshiper who is holding a microphone is trying to be an artist. I'll say it again.
Right.
Not every worshiper who is holding a microphone to sing is trying to be an artist. It's just been a worshiper. Because that same worshiper can be told to preach tomorrow, can be told to run, can be told to direct the choir, can be told to release an album. Mm-hmm. So I believe that for you to be able to direct people who sing, you must know how to sing a little bit yourself too. Mm-hmm. And now I'm just trying to take it to my background. I started singing at the age of probably 5. Yes, I was actually in the choir for a long time. I used to sing soprano. Yes, I used to sing. Now my voice is deep. I don't have this depth at all before. My voice is before. Yeah, so I used to sing. In fact, I used to sing mezzo soprano.
What?
Yeah, that's a higher soprano.
Yeah.
At the age of 13, I was already leading songs in my church then. Until 18, when I joined the band in the studio, and then I just sat on the keys, and then I stopped, literally stopped singing. Mm-hmm. But it was there. But it was there. It's going nowhere. There are a couple of singers now that we all know that, honestly speaking, I had to help them vocally, and that's because I had some knowledge of it. I don't own the gifts. The gift is there. The gift of God, and without repentance, they're not going to go anywhere. So yeah, I'm just a worshiper, having fun. And the one of the Koza was not intentional at all. I think what happened with the Koza was somebody came to insult me on my page. I remember very well. Insulted me on my page, made it look like I'm trying to catch the attention of the pastor there.
Yeah, Pastor Biodo.
I'm like, I've never met him before. Nothing like that. I just saw this guy. Oh, I like this guy. And I commented on the page, and it became a problem. So the man reached out like, I'm really sorry for this disgrace and stuff like that. Blah blah blah. This is not good. You know what? We're having a concert. Why don't you just come? Do anything, whatever it is you want to do. So the singing I sang there was just part of what I wanted to do.
Oh wow! Yeah. Oh, amazing stuff. You know what? Now talking about the social media, you're quite vocal on social media. I mean, you're one of those people I know that you will say your mind. Yeah. I said what I said. Yeah, kind of stuff. So, how do you deal with, like you gave an example right now, people will, and we know it's wild out there. We know it's wild. Yeah, how do you deal with that, especially because you are one person who expresses your thoughts, on that space?
I mean, so I grew up a very introverted kid. Yeah, so a lot of people think I'm still not an extrovert. I'm sure you can tell in my eye movements I'm a little bit shy. But you will not know, except I tell you. So I believe that confidence and your personality are two different things. So a lot of people think people who are quiet are not confident. And they think that people who are loud are confident. No. Confidence is just on it. So it's what it is, confidence. So you can actually learn confidence, is what I'm saying. Nobody is born with confidence. How do you know when you carry a baby when they are born? If you throw them off the ground, they're scared because nobody is born with confidence. You learn it as you go. So my father made sure that I had confidence. He made sure that I speak my mind with all the respect I can, Martha. But you see, in Nigeria today, once you speak your mind, you are disrespectful.
Wahala.
It doesn't matter what you're saying, you're disrespectful. So I always say that the problem is not the person who is speaking. The problem is the receiver. Do you understand? How you understand things and how you interpret things, they matter a lot. Because when you cannot be objective in a society, you can't turn the society around. I mean, if we're going to do things the same way in Nigeria is not going to turn around. I feel I have a mission to Nigeria to speak my mind and add my voice to what is going on. Because everybody can be doing stuff wrong, and then you say, it's okay, I don't talk. If you talk, they will cancel you. Do you understand?
Cancel.
You can't cancel me. That's the truth. You're not feeding me, and you will never feed me. This is my mindset. God is the one who is feeding me, and He is the one who will continue to feed me. Now, it doesn't mean that I wake up every morning, Father Lord, what do I say today? I have to stir the water. No, I'm not like that. It's as I'm led. In fact, if you notice, it's even reduced right now. Reduced a whole lot. Before, I just drop it like it's all boom, boom, boom. Because that's how I'm led. But we don't like that in society. So I understand that we're people of. I won't say we're hypocrites. No, I don't think we're hypocrites. We're just extremely too careful that we begin to realize when being so careful has began to creep
Cross
into
the border to something else.
So that Masoro, don't talk, don't say a word. There's a lot of problem for us in the society, and I see it a lot. And for me, the kind of person I am, I can't stomach those kind of things. I don't know how to do it. And people think those who speak their mind like me are people who hate people. I don't hate nobody. I know how to separate Tola from what Tola did.
Now that's interesting.
I can separate you from what you did. Meaning I can say, Tola, I didn't like this thing you did to me. It does not mean the next 2 minutes, Omo, I say one watch, or what go fit you. I will buy it, I'll give it to you. Or I see an opportunity, man, this Tola is one that can do this thing. People who are listening, I can tell you, there are a couple of people like that who feel that, this guy hates me. No, for an opportunity, I tell you, they're looking for a singer, they're looking for whatever, I'll call you and tell you, okay, go and do your thing. Do you understand? But she wants to call herself, I like to be called to order as well. I have to add that. Because there's no man that is an island. If we begin to tell ourselves the truth, my brother, this country will turn around.
No cap.
Yeah.
Somebody type no cap. No cap. I wish we could go on and on. We've talked for about 20 minutes already. Oh my goodness. Before I let you go though, because we need to touch on that matter that this lady sent. Before I let you go, what would you love to say about the current gospel music industry? Let me just use it that way. Or the space that we're in, gospel music, because you are very in tune with what's happening around as far as gospel music is concerned in Nigeria and by extension in Africa. So what would you like to comment about?
I know this might get me into trouble, but you see, I owe it to God and I owe it to everybody who's meant to be in that industry, quote and unquote. I have to first of all say there is really no gospel music industry. Because what is industry? A coalition of people who are doing things together for an advancement. They form a body, they have a structure, there is a modus operandi, right? But there is no, I don't think we are there yet. So what we have is gospel music fractions. We have fractions, we have camps. So person's camp. So you find this artist, that in that camp, another camp. And once that is there, what we are simply saying is we are not united. So there's only one thing for me in all of this is there is no unity, amongst the gospel mercenaries, the gospel singers and ministers, and that needs to be in place. And I say this with
what would be your recommendation?
My recommendation is very simple. That's why I'm actually going to say, and I'm saying this with all humility for everyone watching or listening. I'm not shooting anybody. I'm actually begging all of us to please begin to foster relationships among each other. We don't have to hate ourselves. We're working for the same employer. His name is Jesus Christ. There is no white Jesus or black Jesus. There is no, I won't mention churches. There's no denominational Jesus. Yes, that's the right word. We're working for the same Jesus. If a brother or a sister offends you, pick your phone, call them up. I can't start to mention people who have called up on my phone, top artists. I've called. In fact, one blocked me one time. I called him. I said, I noticed that you blocked me on social media. And then he went on and told me what he thought I did. I said, see, I didn't do what you said. This is what it is. If it was me, I'll call you straight and say, see, this is what I believe that you did to me and I didn't like it. This is what we preach and we should be it as well. And it starts with just that one thing, that unity. Trust me, with the array of ministers and artists and talents that we have in the gospel circle, Jesus Christ, the world has not seen anything. In this Nigeria, I kid you not. I mean, I travel all over the world by God's grace. I have seen talents. There are talented people out there. But you see, Nigeria is a special case. I'm not joking. One guy can just wake up on Monday morning, on Fridays, everywhere. Everybody knows him because of one song.
Yeah.
Because of one song. And trust me, in America, it doesn't happen like that. Most of those guys, Travis Green and the rest of them, they've been backup singers for many people for many years.
Oh, wow.
So Nigeria is loaded. Nigeria, let's do this together. God bless you.
Amen. Big shout out going out to Wilson Joel. Thank you so much for sharing with us today. It's his first time at Praiseworld Radio, so yes, we gotta ring the bell for you. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate that a whole lot. God bless you real good. Time it is. It is the Praise the Clock Show, 10 a.m. West African time, every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Every weekday, right here on PraiseworldRadio.com. We have all the very best of news, gist, music, and so much fun. All right, so make sure you catch us every weekday. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Instagram at PraiseWorld_, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel on YouTube, Praiseworld TV. Oh, it's time. It's Praise the Clock. I'll see you.